All right, so it is time. This is the Infinite Investment Game. I'll talk about alternative investments and collectibles. This is not investment advice, but I'm specifically going to be talking about sports cards, and this video is going to be about the World Cup and what you should expect. So I hopefully will give you the best advice possible so you can navigate sports card investing, speculating, flipping, whatever in November. A lot of casual fans are going to want to get in and they want to be a part of it. And I think one way they're going to get a part of it is through sports cards. However, I do think there's some other challenges because people are going to be speculating with basketball, football. I mean, it's going to be during the basketball season, going to be just starting. Also, football, we're going to be midway into football. And midway football season, what happens is people normally sell off the younger players, the quarterbacks, the Patrick Mahomes. Some people think he's a long-term hold and Justin Herbert is a long-term hold. But they sell off the young speculative guys to buy, quote-unquote, the GOATs, which is more vintage football stuff. And that normally happens. So you see vintage football goes up. And I think people start thinking about the next year's Hall of Fame. And also people kind of start buying baseball Hall of Fame because baseball season just finishes. But also I think people are thinking about trying to buy baseball early when no one's thinking about it. So you have all that going on. People have gotten into WWE recently. So that's going to be a factor. And Survivor Series is really big for WWE. So there's going to be a lot of speculation of what's going on. So you're going to see more of it. I think that's minor, but you're going to see more of that going on. Same for UFC. Conor McGregor is going to be fighting, so people are going to be speculating with his fighting. I believe he's supposed to be coming back in September, but I don't think that's going to be the right date. It's probably going to be October, November time frame. So leading up, there's going to be a lot of distractions where people won't solely be on soccer cards, which is my point. All right, like there's other stuff going on, other sports are going on, and people are gonna want to buy other sports as well. They just don't want to buy soccer, and I think that's something that people just don't understand for whatever reason, but they will now. So you're gonna be very selective for what cards you're gonna be buying and specific for what guys. Obviously, the safest people and the people who are really speculating are going to be going after Ronaldo, Messi, maybe Mbappe. Those American players, they're probably going to, depend on who they match up against. If they match up against England or France or someone like that, they're going to get humiliated. They're not going to hold their own. If they shock and stuff, maybe. But I think American players isn't really the best move. If you just really like speculating and gambling, fine, do that. But safer people's Ronaldo, Messi. There is some interesting things about Neymar Jr. He's just cheap to get into. There could be he's very popular worldwide. People just know who he is. So a lot of people may buy Neymar. Brazil's generally a good team when it comes to soccer. Kevin De Bruyne, Robert Lewandowski, maybe Erling Haaland. Some of those guys may go up. Joe Felix is another one. Maybe Fati. Some people like that people are gonna gravitate towards, but it's not gonna be as big as what people may think. The reason why I say that is there's just a bunch of other factors. Interest rates are rising, so more money is being taken out of the system, and assets are going to continue to go down. So, Mbappe has been going down for a while, which is unfortunate because people really bought into him. They're like, man, it's so cheap compared to other guys that say basketball, but his cards may still be overpriced. People are expecting a transfer, but he's staying, I think, with Messi and Neymar, which I think is neat. I think that's probably the right decision for him personally, but not for sports card prices. So I think there's a lot of disappointments that are happening right now. And people think he's going to win another World Cup, which may happen, but it may not. So that's another issue. So, because after the World Cup, soccer may go dead for a little bit, which people aren't really thinking about either. But the people's attention is going to be spread out. There's so many different soccer players, and I think they're just going to focus on really the best people or the best players, and there's enough of their cars to go around. So that stuff may peak and go up, and I think it's going to be more of the higher end stuff to go up. Maybe some of the base and stuff like that, but I'm just concerned that there's going to be a lot of issues going on in the world by November, December of 2022, and I'm doing this video in May, so that's just one of them is well, I'd rather not say. I'm not going to say in this video, but there's some other issues that aren't going on right now that could be an issue that may affect car prices. Could be wars and things such as that, especially in the Middle East, that are starting to develop. But it is an interesting play. But also, I think my take is that cards are going to go down after the World Cup, which makes sense, right? After the World Cup, it's kind of like, well, what is going to really beat that? And even Premier League or whatever else is going on next won't be as exciting compared to the World Cup. So you're going to see pretty much dips. And no matter how much even the hype is a little bit to just ridiculous, you're just going to see probably large declines in the market. So that's something just to keep track of. And what I play in this market, I have some more Mbappe, Ronaldo, and Messi stuff, but I'm trying to do long term. Unless it goes up where I can triple my money or something like that, then I'll sell, and then I'll probably wait or put in something else and just wait for the market to go down. I will stay away from U.S. players. Christian Pulisic, I sold my last Christian Pulisic card. I think he could be the future for U.S., but overall, is he going to be the top 100 best players to ever play the game? No. Is he ever going to be top 20 or top 50 in the world in his career? Probably not. So, and if that's your best player, I think you're not going to medal, or you're not going to be in the top 3 teams in the World Cup. So that's just a major issue. And then Christian Pulisic has a lot of injury issues. There's Weston McKennie. I'm selling off all my Weston McKennie cards. I really like Weston McKennie, but he's second best player. And there's some other guys. I think it's Gio Reyna and Tyler Adams, Timothy Way, people like that. But I don't think they're going to be investable. I think there's a lot of speculation going with these guys, and that's what their prices are way higher than what they should be. Because there's guys like Raheem Sterling or Mohamed Salah who are way better, but their card prices aren't as much. Even Robert Lewandowski, I can argue that way more popular worldwide, much better. And they don't get the love that the American guys get. There's a bias there that's going to eventually wear off, and people are going to realize, like, yeah, I like them, but they aren't really that great. And there's going to be newer American guys, just because what a talent level is at. It's the best talent level America's ever had, but it's still very low. And there's going to be more guys. If you have a low talent level, it's easier for guys to come up and surpass that. It's easier to come up and surpass a Ronaldo. I mean, it's harder to surpass someone who has a higher talent level like Ronaldo or Messi versus someone that has a lower talent level like, I would say Neymar, but even let's say lower than that, let's say Christian Pulisic. It's just easier to find players that are going to end up becoming better and develop them as well. But yeah, that's my video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you want me to talk about next.